For more on the Rangers, we welcome in their assistant general manager right now, Chris Drury. Chris, thanks so much for taking a few minutes of your time for us. Before we dive into any individual prospects, let's talk about your organizational pipeline as a whole. What kind of stands out to you right now, that depth that you guys have?
Yeah, I think, just since the letter went out for the rebuild and, obviously we traded away a lot of really good players, a lot of really good Rangers. And, when you do that, you hope to get back the kind of players we did, and we're excited where we're at in the process, and certainly have a lot of talent in the pipeline.
How does it, my question is, how does it change? Because, I mean, us on this side and obviously everybody else, the banter is going to be, wow, the Rangers have really did this rebuild quickly. Do you guys have to kind of pump the brakes internally and be like, all right, well, listen, we still have a process that we want to play out here. But, of course, getting Jacob Trouba and Artemi Panarin and having this boatload of talent coming through the system, is it make you almost struggle with not getting too far ahead of yourself?
Well, I think JD said it best. After we did sign Panarin, in July, was just part of the process and part of the build, as he likes to say. And these are two guys that certainly by no means are old, and we still feel like they're perfect age. They'll still be playing good hockey when our 20-year-olds and 19-year-olds and 21-year-olds are firing on all cylinders. So I think they're just a real good piece of the puzzle, and all kind of part of the process and part of the plan.
All right, let's dive into your top prospect, Kaapo Kakko. You took him number 2 overall, and expectations for this kid are so high based on what we've seen him do already on the international stage. As an organization, as the assistant GM, do you kind of try to temper those expectations for an 18-year-old kid making that transition to the NHL?
Yeah, I think you have to. It is a big jump coming into the NHL at that age. There's so many moving parts to life, as you know, away from the rink, and then you got to perform on the ice. And coming from a different country, certainly a decent amount of pressure will be put on him. But he is an extremely talented player, hardworking kid that we're thrilled to move up in the lottery and be able to take him at number 2. And certainly fun watching him this last year and right up to the World Championships, how well he played there. We're thrilled to have him.
When we looked, you just mentioned about Kaapo Kakko, the goalie. It's almost an embarrassment of riches in the goaltending department. We know about Keandre Miller and Adam Fox as well on the D-Corps. But the one sleeper for me, I don't know if I should say sleeper, but the one wild card for me is Vitaly Kravtsov. Can you tell us kind of what we can expect from him and what kind of player he is?
Well, he's extremely high-skilled. I don't know how much you guys have seen of him, World Juniors or in the KHL. But he just has an extremely high skill level. He plays the off-wing a lot. His hockey sense is kind of through the roof, as our guys like to say. Development camp's only development camp, but he certainly put on a show there for us, in late June. And we're excited to see him, in Traverse City, when it means a little more, and then obviously in major camp when we start getting in NHL exhibition games. But, certainly Kakko gets a ton of attention, and, Krabby has had a heck of a career to date, and we're excited to have him in camp, come September.
Those two joining Adam Fox is guys that we have here at the network that could potentially crack the lineup coming up in October. You guys go out and you trade with Carolina for Adam Fox, the defenseman. What did you like so much about him and his high-end skill that maybe fits in well with the Rangers?
Yeah, I think he's another guy with really high IQ. We scouted him a lot back for his draft, Gordy Clark and his staff. And then just watched him play, World Juniors and at Harvard over the last few years. And, again, another guy we're excited to get. He can beat you in a lot of different ways. And, we're thrilled, again, to have him on, our organization and hopefully puts his best foot forward in camp and certainly could have a great chance of making the team.
You can have the deepest pipeline there is, but many times more than not, these guys don't really make it to the NHL. What is the toughest transition for a lot of these youngsters after being drafted and being ranked so high as prospects to officially make that leap and make it as an everyday NHL player?
Well, I think a few things. It's size and speed, certainly, no matter where they're coming from. Everybody's bigger and everyone's faster. The guys that do make it are able to adjust to that speed coming from college or juniors or Europe. But as you mentioned, and the guys we're excited about are the guys that we think have the best chance to do that, and certainly they all have such high IQs that the learning curve should be pretty short.
All right, well, the Rangers certainly deep when it comes to their prospect pool. Number one here at the NHL Network. Chris, thanks so much. Enjoy what's left of your summer, and we look forward to seeing you and your organization maybe doing some damage come up the upcoming season.
All right, thank you guys. Take care.